In this video, I'll be showing you the best point guard build for Season 2 in NBA 2K23. If you're new to the channel, my name is Lance, and I'm the head coach for Bucks Gaming. So to start this build, we're going to start with the point guard position. I'm going to go left. I like to fade left more with this build. And then for your physicals, you're going to go 6'1". You're going to go 200 pounds. And you are going to go 6'7" wingspan. And you are going... I'm going to put a compact for the body shape for this point guard. And so for the attributes, we're going to go 50 close shot. We're going to go 75 driving layup. We're going to go an 80 dunk. And so this is the finishing setup. And so really with this point guard build, I wanted to get limitless takeoff just to get those quick drop animations. That's really all it was. I know some players want to be able to drive in and get contact dunks, but wait till you see what we do later with this build. It's absolutely going to be an insane point guard build, and I think it actually has its uses in Rec and Pro-Am. And so an 80 driving dunk with a 75 driving layup, you're going to be able to make those, but again, the main thing is trying to get the driving dunk animation to kick in, which this is where you're going to use one of your +1s, so you get your +4 whenever you complete the quest. So one of your +1s will go into finishing in order to get 16 finishing badges. So check out some of the finishing badges that this build gets. For the finishing badges, we're going to go Fearless Finisher Bronze, Acrobat Bronze. I'm going to go Giant Slayer Gold. I'm going to go Aerial Wizard Bronze. That's going to lock your tier 3s. And so this is where your first +1 is going to be used. So you're going to add +1 to your finishing to get 16, which is going to give you Silver Limitless Takeoff. So you're going to equip that. You'll core silver Limitless Takeoff, and then it's your choice between Slither or Posterizer. I'm personally going to add Posterizer, and then you're going to have one badge left over after that to add wherever you want. The reason why I put Aerial Wizard, if you get sent on a cut, you got a good enough dunk to dunk it. But with this build, you don't have really like a great spot to put the +1, but Aerial Wizard might be the best spot to put it, but that is the best finishing badge setup for this. For your shooting attributes, we're going to go 78 mid-range. We're going to go a 92 three-pointer. We're going to go an 87 free throw. And so with this build, a 92 three-pointer is going to give you gold limitless. I think is absolutely necessary. The 78 mid-range isn't insanely good, but it's really just to get a badge point. If you lower it 1, it goes to 23, 24. And I put 87 free throw just to make sure in Rec and Pro-Am that if there is a transition foul, which is new to this game, that my point guard is the one that's going to shoot it, and you get a little bit of free takeover every single time that happens. So in Rec and Pro-Am, that happens quite a bit, and sometimes other players get that shot, but as a point guard, you really need to make sure that you're the one getting the takeover. And so you can lower this to whatever you want, add it somewhere else, but I feel like for me, when I built this 87, it was better than, you know, making your pose control to a 30, if that makes sense. So with that, check out the best shooting badge setup for this build. For the shooting badges, we're going to go gold green machine. We're going to go gold guard up. And then we're going to go silver volume. And then we're going to come down here, Agent 3 to gold, core it. You're going to get blinders to gold. And you're going to get limitless range to gold. And so this is the best finishing or shooting badge setup in my opinion for this build. You're really not going to need many more shooting badges. Some people don't say guard up works. You could drop a silver, add volume higher, vice versa, whichever you think is more important for your type of play style. But these are the best badges you can get. Agent 3 is the most broken shooting badge in the game. Blinders is actually a decent badge to have on any point guard, especially whenever you're trying to, you know, work the pick and roll up top to get open, because this build is more of a 300 build. Limitless range gold I feel like is needed for any shooter up top. Gold green machine, thanks to 2K Labs and other channels on YouTube. Green Machine's a great badge to have on a higher rating. Guard up still debatable, but I'm going to put it on just for the contest rating. Amped is also a great badge to think about equipping. So you could, you know, lower this down or take it off, add amped in. And volume shooter is also another great badge to make sure to have on your point guard. It activates it with just even the first shot, but you're going to be taking a lot of shots with this build. So like volume shooter is going to help make sure that you're going to make your shots early and late in the game. And for playmaking, we're going to put pass accuracy to an 80. We're going to put ball handle to an 89. And your speed with ball is going to be an 83. And so again, with this 89 ball handle, I wanted to get Hall of Fame quick first step on this build at 6'1". I just think you need to be as fast as you can. I would love for this to go higher, but With what we're going to do here in a second on defense, it's just hard to put other stuff up higher. And then with your pass accuracy, I really heard gold needle threaders like a really good badge to get. It makes your passes just insanely good, so the 86 threshold, but I wasn't able to reach that. So if you can reach those, I would say that that could upgrade this build a bit. But overall, I feel like with this playmaking setup and some of these playmaking badges you get, like you only get silver handles for days, which isn't great, but you do get gold clamp breaker, gold unpluckable, all those types of things. So I do feel like with this playmaking, it's definitely enough. And this is also where you're going to add your other badges in order to get, or your other +4 to get more badges. So with that, take a look at the best playmaking badge setup for this build. For the playmaking badges, we're going to go Hall of Fame quick first step. We're going to go gold unpluckable, and that's going to unlock your tier 3s. You get clamp breaker gold for it, silver handles for days, and then you're gonna come up here and put your hyperdrive on gold. And so now this is where the other +3 is gonna be used. So you used your 1 for finishing, now the other 3 are gonna be used for playmaking. So you're gonna add 3 in order to get bailout and needle threader bronze. And so if you do get level 39, if you got level 39 in season 1, I would also suggest adding that into this to make needle threader silver. Needle threader is a great badge to have. But clamp breaker is one of the best point guard badges, like badges for dribblers. It's gonna make sure the lock can't really stick to you as easily as they would. Silver handles for days isn't great, but I think it's good enough whenever you get your Gatorade boost, you do your gym, all that type of stuff. Gold hyperdrive is just gonna make you quick. Of course, Hall of Fame quick first step is gonna make you really, really fast on offense. Be able to get those quick burst animations that you need. Gold unpluckable is really good. It's not Hall of Fame, so you will get plucked here or there, but gold is absolutely necessary for point guards now that the 99 steal hasn't been touched at all. And so locks are still going to be able to steal the ball from you. And as if anything, any shooter on the perimeter needs bailout. You're going to be putting a bad shot animation here or there, and bailout is a must-have in order to save that possession. And now for defense, so this is what makes this build so special. You're actually going to get a 99 steal. And so that really just transforms what this build is. We're going to go to an 86 perimeter defense, which is going to be able to get us that silver clamps. If you're guarding up top on defense, or you're guarding the ball in rec, if you load in by yourself, you're going to have plenty enough defense in order to shut down the opposing player. You're also going to be able to score, you'll be able to dunk, and you'll be able to have the 99 steal and get glove. And so with this build and some of these badges that you get, it's probably going to be the most annoying builds you ever play against, because it can steal like a lockdown, but it's also a point guard. So like I said, really, if you're playing rec by yourself, you load in with this build, you're going to be able to steal the ball from the opposing point guard, and you're going to be scoring on the opposing point guard quite a bit. And even if you go against the locks, this build has plenty playmaking and shooting and finishing to be able to score with some of the best players in the game. So this is the best defensive badge setup for this build, so check it out. For defense, we're going to put Menace to gold. We're going to put Pick Dodger to gold. That's going to unlock your tier 3. You're going to go Glove to Hall of Fame, and then you're going to be able to put your clamps to silver. And then this is kind of a preference. You could go Challenger, or you can go in Hall of Fame Interceptor. I'm going to go Hall of Fame Interceptor because as a point guard in rec or pro-am, especially if you're guarding up top, you're gonna be one of the first ones back, and you are 6'1", so it's gonna be really hard to stop anybody in the paint. So you're gonna need really good steal animations in transition, and Interceptor is gonna be able to deliver there. And so I think this is the best defensive badge setup. And if you feel like the +4 isn't used somewhere else, you could add it here and try to get some other badges. But I really do feel like these are the best 5 badges to get, in my opinion, in order just to play defense. And especially if you're playing defense in rec, I think this build is really going to terrorize a lot of people. That Hall of Fame glove, they're not really expect a point guard to have 99 steal, and so they're going to kind of, hey, let's go after the point guard. He's only 6'1", and then you have 99 steal on your build. You have Hall of Fame Interceptor if you're off ball, or if you're back in transition. Silver clamps, you're going to be able to stay on the point guard pretty well. Gold Menace, drop their badges or drop their attributes, and then Gold Pig Dodger, you're going to fly around a lot of screens. Now for your physicals, you're going to go 79 speed, you're going to go at 89 acceleration, you're going to go 37 strength, keep your vertical at 60, we're going to get a 96 stamina. And so with your physicals, your speed only ties into your defensive movement, so this is how you'll move on defense. You're not going to be insanely fast on defense, but you're going to be fast enough to be able to cover some of these guards that you'll play in Pro-Am and Rec. 89 acceleration, maybe a little bit overkill, especially also with speed with ball. Some of these were just for badge purposes, but I wanted to get a super high acceleration to make sure that my point guard moves really quickly on offense, to get open shots, to get to the rim, all those types of things. And then 96 stamina. I just think stamina is really important for guards, so make sure you can get that as high as possible. And so there's a little few tweaks you can make here and there with this build in order to, you know, kind of fit your play style. But I do think that this is one of the best 6'1" builds you're going to make in the game or see in the game, in my opinion. And so with that, we'll check out the takeovers. So here's all the takeovers it gets: playmaking, or shot creating, shooting, playmaking, and defense. So you can kind of put whatever you want. Pull up precision. Precision, I think, is a good badge. Everyone does limitless, all that stuff. But me, I like the perimeter badge drop. Lowers all the badges of the opposing player. And then pull up precision is the secondary. So you can set it up whichever way you want. And a lot of players like to see what the shades of and what the build is called. And so we'll kind of take a look at this just to give you guys an idea. Mark Price, Fred VanVleet, and Mike Conley. And the build is called a two-way three-point shot creator. Like I said earlier, my name is Lance. I'm the head coach of Bucks Gaming. In the description below, I have a link to my Discord. If you want to learn more about the NBA 2K League, how to make the NBA 2K League, tips and tricks for NBA 2K23, or if you want to play the game with myself, I'm on both Xbox and PlayStation. The link is in the description below. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.